Hello everyone, welcome back to Gent Watches, and today we are going to be watching Classroom of the Elite Episode 2. So, we are going to be going through Classroom of the Elite Season 1 as fast as I possibly can on this channel. So get ready for a bunch of videos for this show because I'm trying to finish it. I'm not gonna finish it before the first episode comes out. I don't think that it's possible for me to do that. There's not enough time in the day. If I was just watching it, sure, but for me to watch the videos, edit the videos, like make the thumbnails, upload the videos, and you know, have it not just be crazy, then yeah, I kind of need more time. So I'm not gonna finish it before the first episode comes out, but I should be finished, you know, a few days after the first episode comes out, maybe before the second, maybe a little after the second, sometime around there I should be finished the series, the season, and then I'll be caught up, and it'll be fine. It will be fine, okay? I'll catch up before important things happen, I'm sure. So, Classroom of the Elite, Season 1, Episode 2. What happened last time? Well, we got introduced to the characters in the school and the setting. Essentially, they are in a rich kid school that's sort of like Hope's Peak Academy if you've played Danganronpa, in that it's like a guaranteed school for success. If you go to this school, it's, you know, a high-ranking school. If you go to this school, you're gonna be successful in life, pretty much. But these students that we are following seem to be in probably like the low-ranking class, or maybe the delinquent class. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they've confirmed or denied that yet necessarily, but I think they've pretty heavily implied that that this class has some lower ranking within the school. And we've got our main character is Kiyotaka, who's a bit of like an analytical dude, who's kind of worried about his social status, but is just mostly trying to like get by in a very logical way. And then we got Suzune, who is a tsundere, and the other main character that we've met properly is I was gonna say Kyoko, but it's not that. Kikyo, who is trying to make a bunch of friends. I'm sure that the show is going to expand out and show us a lot of different characters. I may lose track of whom is whom. Hopefully I won't. Hopefully I can keep up. But I'm mostly curious at what the plot of the show is going to be. So far, we found out that they didn't get their allowance because they are bad students. So is it just going to be about being good students? I doubt it. I think there's probably more to it going on. So let's get into episode 2 of Classroom of the Elite. It takes a great talent and skill to conceal one's talent and skill. Nice.
Couldn't help myself. It doesn't hurt to have some fun. Fine, bring it on.
Oh my god. Already a little bit of fan service.
Naturally broken up into group, I have utterly failed at making friends.
It's official, you're a loner. I wonder why. If that's what you're staring at.
What are you brooding about over here?
Oh my god. Her boobs are half the shot for this entire episode so far. Okay, so this was the intro. It's very funky.
Excuse me, will you at least tell us what the school's criteria is for gaining and losing points?
Yeah, I'd like to know that.
For the real world. So figure it out. In the workforce,
Okay.
you're expected to come to the table knowing what to do. Though, if you earn more points than Class C, you'll be promoted up to Class C.
Ooh.
Class C will be downgraded to D.
Interesting.
Next opportunity to
Oh, I
join
like
is
that.
coming up in the midterms. Anyone who receives a failing grade on any midterms or finals will be expelled immediately.
Oh my god. That's pretty brutal.
That makes no sense. Your forearms are so muscular, I thought you must. Hey there, Hodaki.
Stop looking at his arms.
Do you maybe want to come swim with us? Would you please go away? You don't
Hey.
have to be mean. Are
Yeah.
you a swimmer or something? No, I am an incredibly average swimmer. Back in middle school, I was probably the worst swimmer in the whole wide world.
Man, she hates Kikyo.
I don't know why you keep saying we like that. Seriously. You can leave me out of it.
Why? Why don't you want to be a part of this? You want to be expelled? That's an odd place to be looking, my man.
Sakayanagi and Katsuragi.
Ooh, these are cool designs. I love her design.
940 points this month. You're both very proud of yourselves. Now,
You know what? I liked that purple hair girl's design as well. I think the other classes have cooler designs.
20,000 points?
I was wondering if you would be able to join me.
Really? That's a surprise.
Well, let's eat then.
Lunch today is my treat, so don't feel awkward.
Why? What's happening, Susan A?
Is something wrong with you, Ayanokoji?
No, what's wrong with you?
Their goal is to make sure they ace the test.
Study group?
That's good.
Yes, it just so happens they're the ones with the lowest scores.
That makes sense.
Pseudo, right? Are you saying you want to start a study group too? You're willing to help Pseudo, Ike, and Yamauchi get good grades on the midterm?
Yes,
Wow.
of course. If left
Okay.
to their own devices, they'll sink and bring the rest of Class D with them. Claw my way up to Class A.
Hey, you got some pride.
What now? I find my assignment to Class D utterly offensive and unacceptable. I intend to change it.
I am surprised. I wonder why you were assigned
Rehabilitate the
to
failures?
Class D because of your social status.
If you want to make it up to me, then you'll work with me to help save the whole.
Now that you've eaten
Your job
what
will
I
be to
bought
find
you,
those three
you have to
brothers and
help me.
convince them to join my study group. Here's my phone number and email.
Oh, we got a phone number on the second
If you
day.
need anything along the way,
It's not the second day,
don't
I know.
think you can reach out.
It's over a month after they started.
This is how I get a girl's number for the first time in high school.
They made the same joke I did. Alright.
I'm even happy that she gave it to me. Better save it anyway. Leave me alone.
Yeah. The hell just say to me?
Yeah, I thought it wouldn't work.
I knew it was hopeless. Maybe I could have done that.
Kushida? Is that her name? Kikyo?
Wonder if she's home right now. Yes, it is about something school related. Yes.
They had to make sure he wasn't doing a booty call.
Hi, this is. Hold on. What's
Is she
that
vacuuming?
noise?
Oh, Ayanokoji. Sorry, was it too loud?
Oh, hairdryer maybe.
Just got out of the bath.
Yeah. She's not gonna have clothes on for the rest of the series.
Well, when a friend needs help, I always answer the call, no matter what it might be.
Good.
Do whatever it takes.
You don't have to, you know.
I think it's cruel that anyone who
Hey!
gets expelled immediately.
Are you sure that's all you want?
It would have to be okay, but Susan A probably won't like it.
Why don't I give you my cell phone number so you can contact me whenever?
Yes!
Wow. She works like lightning. Good job, Kushida.
Whoa! Uh-oh. Absolutely not. She called right away. Do you want it to work or not, Susan A? Can you go to a room?
Are you kidding me? What?
Has he even sent it yet?
I haven't even seen it.
I understand. It's okay. You just let me handle her from here on out.
I don't know if that's gonna work, Kikyo. I think she's the one person you can't convince.
When am I ever gonna use it, huh? If I
Right
wanna be
now,
careful
in
like
this
you, then I'm
test.
better off playing basketball to get ready for a career in the pros.
But Ikita might be smart. I don't want help from someone so condescending. I'd rather fail than be treated like
That's Aaron Dismuke, I
same
think.
If you want to get
That
it
voice
started,
actor.
be my guest. See how much I care.
I left it to you like
That
you said,
didn't work very well.
What happened? Something.
It'd be sad if those three got expelled. I won't abandon them.
Aw.
but you'd rather not either.
Kikyo is absolutely my type of character. I love her.
I appreciate the sentiment. I do.
Wow.
Tell me, why did you really agree to help us in this endeavor? Can't believe you.
Oh, she's so suspicious. But what if she's right? That would make me sad. Who do you call?
Asked. I followed you because I want to prove that I've changed.
That's Horikita, but who's she with?
The student council president, right?
Prove you've changed. Hardly.
The student council president?
Yep.
Do you
Oh
ever
my
stop
God.
to think of the shame you bring this family? Someday you'll learn.
What are you doing?
Ayanokoji, don't!
Seriously? You were planning to hurt her, weren't you? Let her go now. Completely different person.
Whoa! Whoa! His judging is dope.
The other day,
Huh?
you got 50 on one of your quizzes in class as well.
Are you trying to make some kind of statement, scoring exactly half of what you did in school?
He's trying to be
Strange
average.
coincidence.
Leading class, you're going to have to work a lot harder.
Ooh, I really like this development.
It was sort of a relief to see you acting like a normal girl and not some kind of... didn't even say anything.
How did you doctor your scores on all of
Is he a
these
jack of all
exams?
trades?
Tell the truth.
Have you ever considered that your isolationist philosophy might be the very thing that landed you in Class D in the first place?
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Logic versus logic. He's practicing his basketball. Oh, Kikyo.
In grammar, math, chemistry, civics,
Passed?
English, and every other classroom subject. We dodged the bullet
Passed?
with higher scores than ever.
Nice. Nice. Cool, and this is EED, I'm guessing. Better enjoy it. Pretty good song. Visuals are nothing, but after that episode, I'm definitely more invested in the show. Now that I, have seen a little bit more of their dynamics, a little bit more of sort of where it's going, and more importantly, the sort of character that Kiyotaka is, because he is quite curious. For him being the protagonist, we actually know very little about him, it seems like. And even though we're constantly hearing his thoughts are pretty much all the same thing, which is just like, I just have to do this. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm stuck doing this. I'm going to go do this now. Like, all of it's just talking about what he's doing, and everything that he's doing, he's being dragged along to. So, and so he seems to have a distinct lack of drive right now, and I'm very curious about that. At the end, when he basically was able to dodge all of those things, and we found out that he'd gotten 50s on every test they'd done or whatever, it reminded me of okay, so this is a kind of interesting reference. Bang Dream. If anyone has played or watched or listened to anything from Bang Dream, which is a band anime multimedia project, I've got a bunch of Bang Dream figures. This is the only one that I can grab right now because one of them is actually holding up my ring light. My ring light is being held by one of the characters who has her arm outstretched, but this character is from Bang Dream. This is Kokoro Sudumaki. Is that what her name is? It's been a while since I've played Bang Dream, but I love it. And there is a character in the band Morphonica named Nanami. And Nanami's whole deal, pretty much all the characters have, gimmicks of some sort. Nanami's main gimmick is that she is a child prodigy, but she really, and so she can kind of, pick up any skill and, be really, really good at it straight away. But she doesn't really like that part of herself very much. She just wants to be normal. She wants to be a normal girl. But the thing is, she's so exceptional at a bunch of different stuff that she tries that she can't be normal as hard as she tries. She keeps failing at being normal by accidentally doing the exceptional. And so what she's doing in her everyday life is trying her hardest to do something normal, and she ends up doing it so normally that it's suspicious, right? So as an example, there's a little comic. If you play the Bang Dream game, they have comics on the loading screens. There's one comic where she's like, oh look, I got a normal score on my rhythm game. And the rhythm game has, you can get the different notes. So perfect, great, good, bad, and miss. So you get a distribution of those notes. She had 700 notes, all good. So it's every single note that she hit was exactly down the middle, exactly good. It wasn't great or perfect or bad or miss. It was just good. But the fact that every single note is good, that's honestly more impressive than getting all perfects, right? And people were like, that's not normal. So that's the thing, is she's trying to be normal, but she's actually so prodigious. She's such a prodigy that even when she's trying to be normal, she's doing something exceptional. So the reason I bring that up is because Kiyotaka reminded me of that. Him getting perfect 50s for his score, right? It's like right. I'm assuming it's out of 100, and 50s means like right in the middle. So that's probably just a passing grade, I'm guessing. So he got. That's why he's in class D, I'm assuming, because his grades are like just 50s, straight 50s. And so, and he said like, oh, I just do calligraphy and this and that. And that might be true. And so I feel like he might be like a jack of all trades. He's got a lot of different skills, and he just he can do all of them. But the thing is, he doesn't have the drive to use any of those skills really. That's what I'm thinking his character is going to be. But we've only gotten a little tease of it. It just reminded me of a Bang Dream character, so I had to talk about it because I love Bang Dream. This show has a lot of fan service, like a lot more than I was expecting. Not a massive complaint. I don't mind fan service. It has its place. It's, you know, in some shows I actually quite like it. In some shows I just like ignore it. It's fine, whatever. And then in some shows it does actually kind of drag it down. So like examples of where I like it is like My Dress Up Darling. In the show My Dress Up Darling, I think the fan service is actually pretty solid in that show. For the most part, it adds to the humor. It's it sort of like helps us understand like why the characters are so infatuated with one another. And you know, well done fan service. I can't really complain, and it's kind of the point of the show as well. It's an ecchi. There are many different fan service shows that I can just like kind of ignore the fan service of, you know, like My Hero Academia, for example. Like whenever that fan service pops up, I just ignore it. It's fine, whatever. Like Minetta's whole character, right? Just ignore it. It's fine. And I think this is gonna fall into that middle category. And the one where fan service actually kind of like messes with things is like Fire Force, for example, right? Fire Force is a pretty solid show with a lot of incredible moments, and some of those incredible moments are completely ruined by fan service. So there's a spectrum there, but I think this show is gonna fall squarely in the middle. It just kind of surprised me, especially in this episode. I mean, in the first episode we did have like the pan down to Kikyo's boobs and pan up, but in this episode it started in a pool, and every single shot had some sort of assets in it, you know, the girls would stand on a certain side of the camera every single time. So yeah, they knew what they were doing. They knew. Anyway, I also think it's interesting that their class can be upgraded. Like as a whole, it's not like they get moved to a different class. The class stays the same, but they all get pulled up. So it's kind of a battle against the other classes, which is kind of cool. I like that concept. I don't think I've seen that before, where the entire class gets moved. So I'm curious, and the way that they've set up, you know, the Class A students so far. I mean, I'm keen. I'm very interested and keen, and I want to watch more of this show. Like I'd watch it right now if I didn't have to stop this video and edit it and do other stuff. But I would absolutely keep going with this series, so I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. Make sure to like the video, it really helps me out. Make sure to comment down below if you liked the episode, if you liked the reaction, if you have suggestions for the channel, all that sort of stuff can go in the comment section below. And subscribe to the channel. It really, really, really helps the channel when you subscribe. You have no idea how much it can help. And it would just help grow the entire channel. So please, if you can, spare a subscribe and click that little subscribe button. That would help me out so much. So thank you very much. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.